and took money from us. Yes.
Can
you listen to me?
Yeah, no.
Why? Can you help us? Can you please help us?
Working.
Can you check, please?
No.
Because you have
camera in the room. No, have in the here and in the here.
Yeah.
Room.
Hello, I'm Bruno.
Hello, I'm Victoria.
Hi, we're now back in Thailand, and last week we got our money stolen in Laos, and we just wanted to go through what happened and maybe show you images or what happened for you to avoid this happening in your travels.
When we were in Luang Prabang trying to figure it out where to go, we thought about Phonsavan because it was on the middle of the way to the south. So we arrived in Phonsavan and we tried to find a good hotel with a good price, and we found Dokkhoune Hotel.
On the next day, we went to the Plain of Chars. We had a nice day. The place is not really impressive, but we had a nice day. And then we got back to the hotel in the evening, and then we went straight back to our room. And as soon as we got into our room, we saw 2 bottles of water and the new toilet paper over the television. We found it strange, but we checked our stuff and everything was there.
The computer was in the bed and everything, so
yeah,
it was alright.
Then we went to check the money because we were supposed to leave on the next day. And like, when I saw the way my wallet was, I said, Victoria, please check your money because I'm sure someone touched our stuff. And then I opened my wallet and the money wasn't there. I opened like all the places I would put my money and the money wasn't. And then she checked her money and it wasn't there as well. And then we rechecked it. We went over everything we have trying to find the money and we couldn't find it. So we went down to talk to the owner and he said like, no, not here, not in this hotel. You check the camera, you check the room and blah blah blah. We tried to talk to him and then he started saying,
I speak little, but I understand.
yes, can you call someone that speaks English?
But tomorrow, but today I speak little.
Say it slowly.
Slowly, I don't know. I understand. Little, I speak little.
Chama a polícia.
Okay, so me, out, room, motorbike, around, all day. Come back, room, 2 bottles, you know bottle?
Water.
2 waters and toilet paper. Okay. People inside the room. Okay. And now I check my money, my passport, and where? Understand? Yeah, I understand. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, you understand. You speak. You can understand me because yesterday you told me about football. You told me about the room.
I speak little.
Yeah, you told me about today. You told me about the motorcycle and where to go.
Something like that, but another I
yes,
don't
but
understand.
now you understand.
You see the room? You see the room.
Yeah, you understand. So it's missing something from my room. So why you are going with me to the room? So he sent someone with me to the room, and then the guy recorded my backpack, my stuff, and I explained again what happened. Before, no. This toilet paper, before, no. Now, why? You know, someone open the door, put the water, put toilet paper, and take my money from there. Please, I need to. I don't know. And then on the way down, we found someone to translate. A guy who speaks the local language, but he doesn't speak Lao. But he could translate the conversation for us. Now we would have to exchange money to keep on going tomorrow. And now I don't have any money to exchange. So how do I leave this place? And how do I keep going? Like, do I need to call the police? Do I need to call my embassy? What do I need to do? Or maybe we can solve the problem here.
มันก็เป็นเงินเป็นถุงสำนีเลยเนาะเงินอยู่กระเป๋าแล้วก็ตามธรรมดาเราที่ถุงประจำเราไม่มีจักเทื่อหรอกคนที่เขาไปเที่ยวไปอย่างเขาบอกวนว่า
Now you just don't care about us? Now you just pretend you don't speak English? You know, you don't even look to us?
เราจะ
He speaks English, right?
เราโอ้ภาษาอัง
He
กฤษ
speaks
เรา
English.
เบา
He
ๆนี่กว่า
speaks
ดี
fucking English. You speak English. Why you saying that now you don't speak English? Why? You just speak English to me. Yes.
เจ้าสีเอาเรื่องอย่างนี้
He was giving a shit to us.
He was watching television the whole time and not even looking at us.
Yeah. So, well, in the end, the resolution on that night, we got very stressed. We shouted with each other. He was shouting to us. And the resolution on that night is that...
Wait for the cops and let the cops, let the cops judge.
Yeah.
Because he's saying that, he can't really judge, so he can't really say it's his people.
But he knows...
He can't really say it's
You
people.
asked me, does he... We went back to the room and I searched on Google money stolen in Phonsavan hotel, and like the first hotel that came through the search was Dokkhoune hotel. So then I was like, fuck, I didn't really
we didn't search it.
Yeah, we didn't search before because we found it at like walking. Okay, so we took a rest, and on the next day we went like very early in the morning to talk to them, and he was very rude to us. He said, no, you come back 8:30. I'm not gonna talk to you right now. And then he left for his morning walk. And so we got back to the reception at before 8 a.m. and his attitude was the same. He wouldn't stop. He wouldn't speak to us. He wouldn't have a conversation because he said he couldn't speak English.
You take video, he take video.
Why are you doing this to us? Huh? Because this is not the first time this happened in your hotel. Yeah? And you think it's funny. It's not something funny. And then he called a meeting with his team.
And it was really like, he was talking to them and we couldn't understand anything. So we tried to find somebody to translate. And when we did, the person was always translating like, no, nobody knows about your money, nothing happens, they don't know if you're lying or not, so nothing happened. They will try to figure it out who stole your money.
Well, the police came out after like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we sat down, and then we had another meeting. We had to explain all the situation again, so it was like 1 hour more lost on this.
And it was really strange because it was the tourist police and they couldn't speak English. We had to find another translator to do that.
Yes.
And they were like speaking for 15 minutes and the translator was saying like, they're gonna investigate. They're gonna investigate.
He said, you know, they stolen the money, but why you stay here? Why you not stay another?
I didn't know before. Yeah. Police took a report from us. We wrote down everything in English on a book. It was a blank book. Nothing was written before.
Yeah.
It was around 11 o'clock. They said they would take a break because they normally take a break from 11:30 to 1:30. So it was like their break time. And if we wanted any other help, we would have to go to the police station to give our statement or whatever. So we said, yeah, we want to go now to the police station, and they said they couldn't help us to go there. Can you help us? Can you please help us? Yeah, so you understood like money, watch. Okay, so this is... forgot.
Sorry about
and
that.
I forgot as well. Yeah? Oh man.
Everybody forgets.
So for the first time the owner said something and he would take us a tuk-tuk to go to the police station.
That it was far away from the hotel.
Yeah, the police station was very far from the hotel.
When we arrived, there was nobody because they were in the break. And the building is like really, it looks like there's nobody really working in there. There's like only one office that really has computers and everything. So we waited for almost 3 hours. We had a little lunch, a noodle, and they started to come. Like everybody had food with them.
It was around 15 people,
Yes.
and they started to arrive, like laughing, playing, and stuff.
and everything, like
Yeah.
with food with them, and like making a little party out of it.
And then there's this guy called Intavon, Mr. Intavon. He took us to upstairs to a like very separate room, and he started to ask us what happened. And then we said like, okay, this happened, and we explained all the situation. He could speak English, so we spoke everything, and then we said we would need a report or something to prove that something happened to us in Phonsavan. So they went and they printed a paper, and then they asked us to write everything about what happened, how much they stolen from us, our names and everything. And then
When
we
he
wrote
was
everything.
almost finishing,
He realized it was wrong, and then he printed a new one. And okay, then we rewrote everything, and then we finished. And then it took like another half an hour, 40 minutes for them to translate the document to their languages. And like at the same time, the police, the other like maybe 10
12.
guys, like I don't know, they were playing pentaki, which is the national sport of Laos. Well, when we finished the documents, it was about almost 4 p.m. already when they finished working. So we came down and we asked like, can any of you please send us back to the hotel, or maybe like help us getting back to the hotel? And they said, no, you have to walk. And I said like, I don't know where is the hotel, and it's like more than 5 kilometers from here. And they said, no, you walk. And then we started to get like a bit stressed, and then we asked them like, a lot of people playing. Why only 2 motorbikes to take us there?
Just picture this.
No, I'm begging for your help.
Go back.
Can you see? This is how they are helping us. This is how they are helping us here. We are not getting. Mr. Phonsavan Intavon. Mr. Intavon, your office here, right? You are the office, right? You are supposed to help us, right? So after like a few minutes or almost half an hour, asking them to take us there, they agreed on taking us there.
and we also needed that someone would speak with the hotel owner, because we didn't have money to buy the other night in the hotel, and
Yeah.
we didn't want to pay for the other night in the hotel.
Yeah, so he said you can stay this night free. And then I
thank you
then I
very much.
asked them like, can you please make sure someone is coming back tomorrow morning to talk to the hotel owner? He didn't say anything. He just left. And well, the answer in the morning, they said that maybe tomorrow we are gonna talk to the people who should be involved on this case. So after this, we came back to the hotel. We didn't do anything. We just went back. We just went to have lunch, and we relaxed because we knew that in the next morning the police would help us. And well, we were just like, there's nothing to do. So on the next morning, we woke up like around 7 something. We
And
went to
we went to the reception, and there was nobody there. Of course, we knew about that. We started to talk with the owner, asking if he would talk with the people again, with the cleaners and everything,
And-
to figure it out, if somebody found our money, or something happened and they would return the money. But he was like pretending we weren't even there.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he was pretending he couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
So we called the police, and they said, no, we're not going there. I said, I need your help. Please, you need to come here. And they said, no. They said no many times, and I said, please, you said you would come here today. And I said, no. As soon as we spoke to the police, we went back to the hotel owner, and he said to us, like, you talk to the staff. You talk to the staff. And then Victor got very angry. I got very angry as well. And we started shouting to the...
How can I talk with his staff? His staff stole our money. He had to be the responsible to talk with them and try to figure it out. And he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, so we started shouting to the hotel owner, and like from nothing, a lot of people appeared because it was like in the room area, and he took a stand, like a metal stand with a board, and he wanted to hit us. So we went back to the reception trying to find something to protect ourselves as well. And well, the people stopped him, the people stopped us, and then he called the police, and like after 5 minutes the police was there.
3 minutes.
Yeah, like it was really fast, the police was there, and they were really angry at us.
They were like very mad, and they were looking at us like if we did something bad.
So like there's the big policeman, I don't know his name, but he was laughing on the day before. And in the morning he was really like red, and when he saw Victoria recording the conversation, he said something in his language, but I could see like take this camera from her and stuff. And then one of the policemen came like behind me to go over her, but he like as soon as he closed his hands, raised his wrist to Victoria. Like I came across and like I almost like pushed him, and I said no, you're not gonna do anything to her, you're not gonna take the camera. He needs to speak with his staff, not to us.
This way say
When this happened, the other 3 policemen, they came to me. They took like chains, handcuffs, and they said, sit down, because now you're gonna be arrested. And I said, no, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I just need money to live. They're not Yes, I'm gonna calm down. They're going to touch I mean,
here, let's come down.
ไม่ว่าคุณอยู่ใครคุณอยู่นะตอนนี้เอาเรื่องความเอาจริงว่าความปลอดภัยของมันแต่เราที่ไม่บอกเอาคนมาดิเจ้ากูเจ้าเครื่องมึงออกให้เลยมึงจะออกหรือไม่ออกมันราคาเป็นตีเลย
Little small picture. If you don't come down, we don't rest. Just come down. You don't get arrested here. So just come down.
Nói mình ngồi mình biết ăn được này. Nói mình thôi. Bỏ cái mặt này.
No, I didn't do anything. And then one guy, which is like this guy is a guest, but he was trying to translate the conversation to us as well. He said, "Okay, you need to calm down.
You're not in your country. It's gonna be really bad for you if you try to do something because you're really not in your country.
Yeah, they're going to arrest you
and everything. You don't want to be arrested in Laos and everything. So we just relax.
At this point, we're like, okay, we are alone. We don't have anyone to help us. The police is just talking to the hotel owner, and like no one is translating anything to us. Only this guy was trying to help, and we said, okay, we need to calm down. We're not gonna get our money back, and nothing is gonna be solved. So let's just cool down and wait for what they're talking. So they spoke for like half an hour with the hotel owner.
They were speaking so long that I went to buy credits for the phone, and then I came back and they were speaking and they didn't even translate to Bruno anything. So.
Yeah, so then they found another guy to translate all the situation, and the guy was really nice guy. He said like he calmed us down, and the solution was like they said, we're gonna buy your tickets to Vientiane, and then we are gonna give you money for lunch, and then you can leave if you want. And like Victoria was out, and I said, yeah, okay, we're leaving, because this is not gonna go anywhere.
Nothing would happen.
We are just gonna lose our times here. And then they gave us 300,000 skip for the bus and for the lunch, and they said, okay, now you have to check out, and we're gonna take you for the bus, which is at 5 p.m. And they said, okay, we just stay at the bus station, wait for our bus, and we leave this place because we don't wanna be here anymore. We don't want to talk
we
to
were
these people
feeling
anymore.
like unsafe, not like it's not a good place to stay for a few days, and he was very stressed, so
Yeah.
it was not really.
Yes.
It was nice.
So the policemen, like 2 policemen, they escorted us to the room. We packed our stuff, and then we went back after like 15 minutes. And then when we got to the reception, they were like, "Oh, come on, we have to go." There was a bus waiting for us in front of the hotel. I was like, "Why is this bus waiting for me in front of the hotel?"
The bus was 5 o'clock after 6 hours, not in this exact time.
Yeah, and then when I saw the local people inside the bus, they were like very curious to see what happened. I said, okay, this is their local people, so this bus should be safe. And then yeah, we paid the guy. Everyone was around us. We paid the guy from the bus
With the money that the police gave to us.
and then they finally took us to Vientiane. And what was the worst bus ever? Like a lot of dust, but this is another subject. And this is how the situation was solved by the police in Phonsavan. Like they didn't help us at all.
They don't speak English, and the only thing that they did was pay us a bus just to leave. Like, let's go, just make them go because they're making too much noise, they're making too many problems.
Yeah.
So just pay the bus for them and they just leave and it's fine.
And this is not something new that's happening in this hotel, in Dokkhoune hotel, with Mr. Phonsavan. And like the police knows that this happens in this hotel, but they don't take any action. And we tried talking to our embassy tried calling them, but I think they were not answering, or it wasn't really happening. And we just wanted like an action from someone, because how many travelers are gonna lose their money, their stuff, and they're gonna say that maybe we are lying or maybe we forgot somewhere. Like there were a lot of the people that lost their stuff, their goods, like watches, sunglasses, computers, cell phones. And if you go to TripAdvisor, you can still see like that people are talking about this owner, that he doesn't take any action. And he speaks English, but then when it happens, he's just say little. Please, like someone needs to just take an action against it. Well, the only reason we wanted to do this video is to show what happened to us, how the police led the situation. And for you traveler, please avoid this place, avoid this hotel. I don't really recommend going to Phonsavan and the Plain of Jars, but if you do, stay away of this place. And please, if you policeman or authority or someone are seeing this video, are watching this video, please go over and take any action, because this is not something like good for your country, and it's not new, it's happening a lot. But we are gonna keep traveling. We've been traveling for more than a year, and we are gonna keep traveling because this cannot really stop us. We can make money on the way, but just to put an end on this story and to say that we are fine. It was very hard. There were 2 very bad days for us, but we are fine now. And yeah, just keep watching our videos, share this video because other people can see and can avoid going to this place. And maybe if this happened to them, they are gonna search on the internet and they are gonna find what happened to us, and then maybe they can find a solution, or maybe just leave the hotel, because the police is not gonna help you. No one is gonna help you. So thank you everyone for the message. Thank you everyone for the support. It was really touching to know that we are not alone. And well, let's travel, let's live the life. And well, the money is lost, but we are healthy.
Yeah,
and
that's what really matters.
Yeah, that's what it really matters in the end. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support from everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye.